ahead and share my screen. Thank you, Paul. And share my screen because I wanted to walk through RPR. I thought I had some slides to show, but I thought RPR sent me some. And, I do have a recording from RPR, but I was hoping to have those slides. But I thought what I'd do is give a background, first of all, with what RPR is and how it works for us. And then I'm going to go in and show you how to set up your profile, how to do CMA, how to do a listing brochure, all that kind of stuff. So, but to get started, RPR stands for Realtor Property Resource. And that is exactly what it is. It's a resource for us as realtors to use. And it is provided by National Association of Realtors. And which means that it is a free product that they provide to us. And so it's also provided through our association. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you what it looks like. But the other part of it is they pull their data from MLS information from all across the nation. Really, it's international. And then they also pull data from public records. And then it uses what's called an RVM. So kind of like the Zestimate and what Zillow uses, which is an AVM, the RPM is a realtor, or RPV is realtor property value. And so it uses a similar algorithm as what Zillow uses. And they claim to be more accurate. And I have had really good success with RPR. Again, I use it as a tool. It's not my end all, but it is great for when I'm pulling something together to get a professional looking brochure going. And then also I use it on the road. Like if I am showing properties and maybe I haven't looked in CMAs because, we're looking at 5 or 6 homes and I don't know which one they're going to like. So I don't want to spend, an hour looking up all these CMAs. I can do it all through RPR when we're in the property. So I love that fact. So, let me go to sharing my screen and then I'm going to pull up and walk you through a couple of things. And then for anybody that watches this as a recording, they will be able to do it as well. So let me go to share my screen. So I'm going to share this. So click share. And now I'm going to open up RPR. I think I already have it open. So let me pull that up. That's the webinar. All right, so the other thing I'm going to do, and I think I closed Flex, but let me open up Flex because I'm going to show everybody how you can also get to RPR and set up your profile. So let me go to full screen. Okay, so I'm going to start in Flex and I'm going to show you how to get RPR as a resource from our association. So you're going to go up here to menu in the left-hand section. You're going to go down to the bottom under products, and RPR is one of the products there that is a free service. If you click on it, it's going to take you to RPR. I've been using RPR for a very long time, probably 10 years. And so I already had my RPR set up. I'm going to lower my projector here a little bit. Hold on, I've got it up here so you can see the full screen. Whoops. Oh, there we go. This thing. Okay, how's that? Can you see that okay, Meg? All right, so on this screen, some of the things I love about it is up here at the top, it is branded to Remax because that's my brokerage. So I love the fact that it's branded to Remax, not to RPR. When you go here, you can see a toggle that says residential. But if I want to do commercial stuff, I can toggle to commercial and it will do the same type of searches and reports for commercial. So for those of us that want to do commercial, it's a great way to do that. But I'm going to stick to residential for today. And I'm going to start over here under my profile. So I'm going to go to my profile. If you're new to setting this up, you're going to upload a logo. You can change it. I have not changed it. I may do that. You can upload your photo. You're going to put your contact information in there. You can put your title as realtor or broker. I think mine pulls up my designations, or else I've entered those in. I've got my email address in there. I've got my website already in there. And then my connected apps are Zipform and Realtor.com. I can look at those profiles. And then my mobile access is on my phone. I probably should update all devices. So I need to probably do this because I did get a new phone. I have not done it, but I do have the app on my phone. You will also want to put in your MLS. Mine's got Greater Louisville, but I'm going to switch over to that, and my numbers changed. So, oh, it's using that one, my 18371. Sorry, let me go down here. Scroll that one. So I've got my login for my MLS agent ID. Then I also have my license number. This is the number that has changed, so I've got to change that. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, my license number has changed. And then it's got my designations. If I wanted to add in any of my assistants, I could do that. I do want to get RPR updates, and I am going to agree to the terms. So I'm going to save that. It says I've entered an invalid MLS ID, which is my, okay, hold on a sec. Let's see if that'll do it. What is my agent ID? Okay, close. Maybe that's my 288675. No, well, it is that 18371. Wonder why it's not taking it. Close.
See, it does that to me as well.
It's so weird.
And several times, I don't know if you're having this issue as well, Tyne. Every time you're trying to, enter in, it kicks you out and you enter the password and it keeps saying it's invalid. And then it doesn't even send me an email to reset the password. I've had so many issues. I update that
Really?
app so many times. And now, just like it, now my agent ID and all of it, it's kind of
Yeah. Isn't
does
that
exactly
weird?
the same thing. And it says my license number is incorrect as well, which I know it's right.
I know. Isn't that weird? Because yeah, there's my license number. And my agent ID, I thought it was 18371, but maybe it is that 288675. Let me go grab my phone real fast. I just want to double check.
Yeah.
I don't have any troubles logging into it. That is just so weird. I'm so glad that I opened up my profile because so let's see. All right. I just want to make sure I've got my information in there correct. So y'all forgive me for this, but let's see. So what I might do is, all right. So I've got Remax Elite Realty. Oh, this is mine. Let's see if this is it. Oh, you know what? It's right. It's there. They've got that in 0749. That is my Louisville one. So for this one, it should be 18371. Isn't that weird?
So have you subscribed to the Louisville thing too, or do we automatically get it? How does?
Um, I am also part of the Greater Louisville MLS.
Okay, okay.
So I can save that one in there because I think but now it says an invalid MLS ID. So maybe you have to do that. Hold on a sec. What did it have before the Lex? Lex
Yeah,
dot.
Lex dot your.
Let's try that. Let's just see. It liked that. It's saving that. Okay, Meg. So that I had to put Lex in front of it.
Okay, yeah, that one is right. But you know, the license number, it has an X next to it, your
Yeah.
288675.
Oh, I'm a
Mine is
broker.
exactly the same. So do we have to?
Okay, so let's do this. I don't know. I'm gonna look and see because I don't know why that one's in there. Kentucky. And I am a real estate. And my license number is let's see if it takes it now. Say, yeah, it saved it. There's not a check mark next to it.
Yeah, mine's exactly the same thing too. It doesn't have a
Yeah,
check.
and then I've got it set up with my email address and my password,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got it as Eastern time zone. I do need to correct my phones, and I should be because that's iPhone. Should be that one. I think I'll get rid of that one. And it should be that one. And I'm going to delete this iPad. Okay, should I say update? Let's see what happens. Says it is. Isn't that weird? Okay. Well, I have the mobile access, so I'll probably open that in a minute and not be able to do it. So then when I go home, oh, wait. It says cancel. Let me hit save again. Okay, so I've saved it, but that's going to be my basic information, and I probably will put that in there, and I'll save this now. So I put my title in there because it has my designations, and when I go to reports, I'm going to show you what it looks like on the reports.
Mm-hmm.
If you have issues, Meg, they are great at answering questions, and then they also have some really great video webinars that
Mm-hmm.
you can do as well.
Sure.
Let me go to my settings. Okay, so enter a market area to add, and I think I've added Nicholasville, Lexington, and Louisville. So I've put all of those in there. You can add like, whatever area you work, there was Danville or Stanford, um, Stanford, Kentucky. You could enter Frankfurt. If you want that in there. And so then it'll kind of pull up some of your favorites. So Winchester, and I could put Georgetown, any areas that you work in. So I can save those in there. I'm gonna close that. Now I'm gonna go to the home screen. Now with the home screen, there's a couple of ways we can do this. There's so many tools up here, and I may have to, I don't know if I can get all of these in there, but you can do a map search. If you want to do a map search, you would click on map. If you want to do a address or a neighborhood, you can do that. So let me just start with an individual address. And that way we can look at it and do some reports for it. The other thing I was going to tell you is this is a great tool also for doing mailing labels and things like that. So if I enter an address, you can also enter a tax ID number. I'm going to do, this was a for sale by owner. So I'm going to pull this one up. 707 Brasher Street. And no, it's not a for sale by owner. This is, I showed one on Brasher. This is Amanda McMillan's listing. And you can see when you pull it up, it's going to be like Zillow. It's going to pull up the list price. It's an active listing for sale. It's going to give you the information. It's going to give you the acreage. Then it's going to, here's that RVM I was telling you about, which gives that value. You can also look at the details on this property, like where it's located. It gives a confidence level. It gives a range. And so I like all of those. I like that. It gives me some good information right there. Hold on a second, get on that. The other thing is it gives this RVM confidence level. And when I see 5 stars, that means that it feels very confident in the value that it gives. It says that this home could sell anywhere from 539 to 620 or 533 to 626. It's gone up in value just a little bit. It's gone up, the RVM has gone up almost 1% over a year. It gives you some information like it's a single family, how long it's been in RPR, what year it was built, who the owners are, a price per square foot, and then there's your tax ID number, and then it's single family residence. When you go down here, you've got some pricing tools where you can work on the list price, you can create a CMA, you can do a refined value. Let's say I go and I look at this house and I find out that there's more square footage, or let's say they didn't have a finished basement, but I'm going to go in and add a finished basement. I could go in here, like see how it's been updated. The listing facts are different than the public facts. I could come in and say, you know what, we really have 6 bedrooms, and we've got that square footage. I'm going to up it up to 5,100 because they finished off maybe some more. So I'm going to update those facts, and it's going to give me what they think is an increased value in pricing that home. So again, if you add another bedroom, if you add another bath, if you add a sunroom so that you get more square footage, then they're coming up based on that price per square foot, what they think that added value is. So it's super helpful for when you're pricing something that maybe has some finishes to it that you don't know how to value those. You can do that. You can also go down here to home improvement. Let's say they remodeled a bathroom, or they added a bathroom. Let's do a bath remodel. And let's say they just finished it at the end of 2024. They finished it in November, and it costs them about $25,000 to do it, then I can add that improvement and it'll give me a price on what kind of value you can get for that type of cost. So which goes to that um, cost versus value. You know, when you do something, when you put on a new roof, how does that improve it? When you add a room onto the house, how does that improve it? And so that's what they're using there is just a cost versus value, which is super helpful. You can also refine the value with needed improvements. Let's say that it needs a let's say it needs an updated kitchen. And that I think that's gonna cost about $45,000 to redo that kitchen. I could add that improvement, and it's going to take the value off of it to show you how that value would impact if they didn't do it, okay? So it's a great way to get some values in there to work with something. And then you can also adjust these values by some of the things that you're aware of. If I know that it's a really hot market, I might take this up. Let's say it's like everything else in that neighborhood, the interior is like everything else, the lot size is the same, the view is the same, the privacy is the same. By just being in a hot market, they're saying you might want to add about $18,000, $19,000 to that value. So I love that. I'll play around with this when I am going to a listing, because if I do know that we're in a really hot market, if I see that most of them sold for more than list price, then I'm going to take it on up to a hot market. If it's in better condition than the rest, I'm going to increase it on the exterior, or if it's nicer on the inside. And let's say it's got a smaller lot, so we're going to do that. But again, then it'll give you a value. So it really helps you kind of figure out how to price a home. So I love that part of it. Now I'm going to go back to my thing here because I was doing a refined value. I can also do a CMA. But before we do that, I want to go up here to these little toggles up here. It finds the location for me so I can see what else is around and kind of get a feel for that value. You can let's say I've got somebody that wants to look at this house, but they want to know how far of a distance it is. So I'm going to say travel time, and I'm going to see how far it is to UK Medical Center. Then I can put that in, and it's going to calculate if I wanted to drive in the morning by car to UK Medical Center. It says the length of it is 10 minutes, which seems kind of short to me, but so interesting. What if I do it at 5 p.m.? Length of journey. Why does it say that? I thought it would tell me. Oh, search for listings. That's if I wanted to find listings in that area. I thought it would tell me. Let me delete this. I thought it would tell me the drive time from that home, but it didn't. I thought it did. So that was the map. I can go to market trends. This is one of my favorite things to take on a listing appointment because I know we don't talk a lot about absorption rates. Months of inventory is another way to verbalize it. But it's very important when you come to pricing homes, because if we're in a seller's market, a balanced market, or a buyer's market, it's important for your seller and your buyer to know what kind of market we're in. And if we're at 1.36 months of inventory, then I know that is definitely a seller's market. If I get up to like in the 5s and 6s, it's going to be more balanced. Anything 8, 9, 10 is going to be a buyer's market. That just means there's a lot more inventory. This means for if I listed a house and there were no other houses, or whatever house is listed for sale, whatever's listed for sale in a month and a half, we should have all of those houses sold if nothing else came on the market. So that's a really strong seller's market. It also gives you median list price, how many properties that have sold in that time period. The average or median days on market, the median dollar per square foot, and the total volume that has sold. And it gives you some dollar values that have sold in that neighborhood. So I like that. I love the sold information because it shows me what homes have sold and what their values have been in that area. And then I don't think there were any public records over there. Then this is the listing inventory. There were 7 for sale, 1 townhouse for sale. Inventory of distressed properties, pre-foreclosure, there's 2 and 1 that was foreclosed on. And then here's that median estimated value. So the night, and this is for this specific, for that specific area. And I think it gives you Kentucky, this property, Wilmore, Jessamine County, and Kentucky. So it just kind of shows you where those all fit. But I love that to show to my sellers or even to my buyers. The refined value takes me back to what we were looking at before, where I can make adjustments. And then the CMA, I love this, where I can go in. It's going to ask me to confirm the facts. My facts are good, so I'm going to confirm those facts. And is that what it was? Let me see. Hold on a sec. No, I needed the listing details. So it was 6 bedrooms and I think it was 5 bedrooms and 6 baths. I don't know why I put those out. Okay, so it puts this in and I think it was 4,200, I think. Confirm my facts. All right, so now I can go in and I can find my comps. When I do the comps, I want to look at single family only because I'm looking at a single family home. I'm going to look at for sale, pending, active under contract, and closed. I can also look at withdrawn and expired or canceled. If I want to do that, I can go back just 3 months. Sometimes because we've not had enough inventory, I'll go back 6 months. And I want to see everything that had 4 bedrooms, 5 baths, 3,100 to 5,300 square feet. And since it's a newer construction home, that's what I want it to look for in this little area. So I can click on search based on those. Says no properties showed up. So I'm going to modify my search and I'm going to go back to a year, see if anything pops up in a year. And I'm going to change this to 3 bedroom. And I'm going to change my bath. Let me go get my water. I forgot to bring my water in. Okay. I got too drunk. Okay. I'm going to change it to 4 baths. See if it finds anything here now. All right. So now, pulled up a couple of the listings. I know Grandview Trail is around the corner and Pleasant View is an older home. So that is not, I'm not going to put that in the comps. This one might be a good comp. I can put that one in there. It's probably newer construction. So I can update that valuation. But oh my gosh, I put it up to 1.1 million. It's a little bit of a stretch. I may have to go back. Let's go back for a second. And I'm going to modify my search to that. And I'm going to go to 18 months and search. And it's not really pulling up anymore, is it? Maybe it's the square footage. Hold on, let me go back to the square footage. Search. There we go. So it pulled up more in the neighborhood. So let me do something else. I'm not going to go back 18 months. I'm going to go back 6 months again. There we go. Still just pulled up all those new constructions, which I don't want. All right. All right. So I know Anderson Way is there, so I'm probably going to include that one. And Corbett Drive is in that neighborhood. I'm going to take this one away because that's that new construction. Pleasant View is older, so I'm not going to include that. If you want to look at this, you can click on it and it'll show you the information for this house. You can look at pictures, see how it compares to the house that you're selling. It's a little bit older. So it's in the same neighborhood. I'm going to include it and then I can always adjust for it. So then if I do my comps, it puts it closer to like a 700,000. She's got it priced. I've been in her house and I think she's got it priced really well because she's got it priced a lot lower than what things have been selling. But it put it a little bit higher based on that. Now I can go into the comps and I can adjust those comps. So let's say the one on Anderson Way sold at 202 per square foot. I could look at the photos and I could adjust for it. If I think that it's not, as nice of a house or it's nicer, then I can make an adjustment for it. Same thing here. How does this compare? Corbett. So you can make adjustments and it's going to change that value and update the valuation on it. Now, once I finish, I'm going to create a report and, oh, hey, Toby, I didn't see you come in. Let's say I want to do a seller's report. I can run report, and it will take a few minutes to run a report for that. When I'm going to do this one. Did I do this report? Maybe, can't remember. I'm going to show y'all what a report looks like so that you can see it. It brands it to me. It puts the address, like I didn't do anything. I just put this property in there and ran a report. It puts my picture in there. It puts my name, puts me with my Remax Elite. Meg, there is my license number. There's my phone number, email address, my office address, all of that's in there. And then it shows the map. It shows what it closed for. It shows what my comp analysis for. And then it gives some information like home facts. It shows where it is on the map, exterior and interior details. It gives me some information about the neighborhood, gives me the schools that it's affiliated with. And on your app and on RPR, it will also give you a ranking of those schools, if it's an A, B, or a C. Then it has some historical photos, shows me the property history, gives me the sale history, gives me the legal description. And then this is some information about the seller's report. So I like this. If I'm going on a listing appointment, I might take some of this with me. Shows me the average price adjustments, the list price versus sales price, market health comparisons, where it is for, how these tools, I can show kind of my clients what we would do with these. If we listed theirs at a certain price, what it would do. So I love all these reports. price per bedroom. It gives you a nice little information about price per bedroom. So I love the fact that it's branded. It gives me information. It pulls up the comps that I used to show against this house. We can talk about those. It'll also give you a printout of each one that you used as a comp. So it's pretty cool in the information that it can get and do for you. And then at the very end, I think it will even give you, this goes for like 73 pages. So I don't use all of it, but I use some of it in my reports that I use, whether it's for my listings or whatever. But I do love those. I do love those reports that they do. Now, so now there's my report, makes like a little ding dongy sound. And the report is in here from Brasher. So again, it looks very similar to what we just looked at. There's the list price, there's my refined value. This kind of gives me a comp analysis for it where I think it would sell. I know Amanda's had a hard time selling it, but there's some things about it that I know probably have caused some issues with it. Like it's a wheelchair roll-in master shower, and then it just has a single vanity in that master bath. So it's a little bit probably it's going to take a special person, or somebody's going to have to redo a master bath. So that's why I think it's sitting. I've sent it to one of my clients, but they can't afford it. So, but there are all the pictures. I mean, you can use this for a seller or for a buyer. The other thing I want to show you about, so that gives you a report. It stores the reports. So if you wanted to go and look at your work, click over here and you can go to my reports and I can access any of the reports that I want to do. It saves searches. It's got my listings in there. It's got my markets in there. So I love that. Now, let's say that I am looking for listings. And so I want to see what's going on in a certain area. And I like, I'm going to type in a neighborhood, Keeneland, is that what it's called? King Crossing. I'm going to do King Crossing in Jessamine County. So I can enter King Crossing in this location. So I've gone to research. I can go to location. And let's say I want to market to this neighborhood. I'm going to scroll out a little bit for us so y'all can see that whole neighborhood. Some of the things that I'm going to, since I am looking in this neighborhood, I want to keep it at public records. If I do it for sale or for lease, it's only going to list those properties for a certain time period. But I'm going to go to public records and I'm going to do single family. I'm not going to worry about condos, co-op, or multifamily. I just want single family for everything. And I'm okay on any price, and I'm okay with any bed and any bath size. I can add additional filters. Let's say that I want to make sure that it has a 2-car garage in it. And let's say that I want it to, anything that I list, I want it to have a fireplace. And I can go over here and I can choose owner occupied, okay? And I want 0 to 5 years, 5 to 10, 10 to 15. And you know what? I'm okay with anybody that's owned a house over 20 years. I'm okay with that. So I'm gonna click on all of those. I'm not gonna put anything else in there because I want as many properties as possible. So I'm gonna click the search button. And uh-oh, it says none. So what did I do? Public record, single family. I didn't do price bedrooms. What other filters did I do? Maybe I did, I'm gonna get rid of these. Okay. And now let's see what it says. Update, search. Okay. So now there are 266 properties that showed up in this search. I can list them. So they're on here, and let's say I only want to list 2-story. I might go through here and click off just the 2 stories. These are all the addresses in there that met those parameters that I put in there, okay? I can look at them like this if I want to see close pictures of them. I can heart some of them, whatever. And then this is back to the map. So let's say I want to do a mail out to all of these properties. I can click on mailing labels, and I've already know that I want 5160. I want owner occupied. So it's going to say their name. It shows me the name. Then I'm going to click on print. And then I go up here to my downloads, and these are the mailing labels. So that is a great way to market to a neighborhood. And when I did market to a neighborhood, what I did is after doing my mailing labels, so I know I'm going to mail out to 266 people, I'm going to go back to my map search, and let's go back to King Crossing, okay? And let's say that I want to create a report. But I really want to enter some information. So let me go back. Let me go back to home, and I'm going to go to King Crossing. Okay, and it's going to pull it up. And I want to do I wanted to do a report. I want to do a market activity report. I want to do a market activity report. That's what I wanted to see. All right, so I'm going to click on run report. And again, this just comes to my computer, but I wanted to show you another way to do this. Let's say you want to send something to somebody else. There's my report. It's already ready. That's Providence. I wanted it to do it for Keene. Hang on a second, y'all. Where'd my King Crossing one go? Where'd my King Crossing go? Change report. King Crossing in Jessamine County. Okay, in Nicholasville, a market activity report. That's what I want. Okay, yeah, now it's doing it for King Crossing. Sorry. I think I did Providence for somebody else. I don't know why that one popped up. Okay. You can also email your report. Like if you wanted to email it to somebody, put their name in there, it'll set it all off. Here's my report again. So there's King Crossing. I have used page 1, page 2, and then I've used page 4, and I did the sold, I did the closed and the pending. So I would include about 5 or 6 pages, and I would mark it out and say, I would start my letter with, by the way, or use this information even for just a postcard if you don't want to mail this information. If you don't want to mail it, you can say, do you realize that your home values went up 7% over the last 24 months, or they've gone up 2.8% over the last year? Over the last 24 months, change in value has been 19, almost 20%. And try to get their attention about, would you like to see the value of your home? You could even do a postcard that lists some of the ones that have sold or any of the ones that are pending, or do it all on a postcard. But I actually did a letter and sent this out with those stats and with what it sold and what was pending, mailed it out to the whole neighborhood. I got 1 listing from it, and then I've continued to market to this neighborhood just with postcards and stuff. So it's great to get information. It's great to get a report that has your information on it, or use it in a postcard to do information. But that's how you can do a neighborhood report. You can also, if you end up doing it for a house, then you can also have that same report. I can, when I run the report, I can go down here and I can send it to my client by emailing it to them. Now, let's see, let me go back home. Let me go back out of here, sorry. You can prospect for residential clients, and it'll take you into prospecting. The thing that I like about it is it'll walk you through how to do it. Start by clicking research. And what it's going to do is do a lot of what I told you, where you can do those neighborhoods. And that way you can get any of that information that you want. You can see, like I've done the orchard. Must have done that for, oh, I don't know what I was doing for Orchard Drive, but I was looking at something on Orchard Drive. I think I showed y'all how to create a CMA, where that's where I brought up that specific one. If you go over here to learn, because I also want to show y'all the app on your phone. You can do any of these, you can watch any of these videos. That one's 9 minutes. RPR webinars. I just watched a 1 hour webinar. Here's step-by-step directions on how to do stuff with printables. You can do shareable market trends. Another agent and I have talked about this AI-powered market trends with Script Writer, and it will actually write a script for you and then show you how to use the RPR information, but then to write a script and then make a video about it. So that is great. The mobile app is something that I use when I am on the road, and I don't know if I can project my thing on here, but there's an app on the phone, and if I'm out showing, I'm going to put in, let's see, I'm going to pull up something that okay. This is Paddock Loop in Lawrenceburg on my phone. And I don't want to pull that. I don't think I can project my screen. But the difference between the app and the computer like thing, the app, the thing that I like about it, I don't think I have any way. How can I show what the app looks like? Let me look. Yeah, so that's that shows you how to get to it. I was wondering if I wonder if I can, let's see, let me unplug this, you guys. And let me see if I can do this. Let's see if it'll project up there. But y'all won't be able to see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Can y'all see the screen? No. Can y'all see the screen? Okay. I'm going to, I turn it around this way. Okay. Now. Okay. Can y'all see the screen? Okay. Can y'all see that? It comes and goes. Darn. Okay. I've hooked it up to my phone. And let's see if this will do it. I just want to show y'all real quickly how the mobile app works. But see if I can do it now. Okay. It comes and goes. So let me see if I can hold it still and if it'll do it. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. Go back. Okay, here's what I like about the mobile app, if y'all can see it. Let's say I'm out showing this house. I've got all of the information I need to make an offer on it. There's my tax ID number. That's when it sold last. So I can have these conversations with my buyers. The other thing I like is I click on listings and it'll take me into the map and I can call up what has sold. I can filter it in this little filter button up in the corner so I can make sure that I'm only looking at single family close. I've saved all of these and I'll go back 6 months and click apply. So let's say I get a phone call from a lead that wants to sell their house and I don't have time to sit down and look it up on the computer. I can pull it up on RPR. I can look at these comps real quickly. I can find where their house is right over there. And so I can start looking and seeing what compares with that house. And I can actually click on these and open them up and see down below. And I can put a heart by that one and save it. And the nice thing is it allows me to look at things and be able to give them an idea really quickly on my feet what I think for value. Also, if I go back up here to my RVM, which is my realtor valuation model, shows me 207 per square foot. This is public record. It doesn't have any information on bedrooms or bath. So maybe as I'm talking to them, I may refine my value a little bit and I can make changes here and say, okay, I know that there's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and they just told me they think it has about 1,572 square feet. I don't really know any of the other information, but that gives me a little bit better information on valuing this property. So then I can go down here, I've saved that. I can go into a CMA value where it's got my changes in there. I can confirm that, and it's going to show me again a circle of the homes that are similar, and then I can look at these homes, see if they will. Not a sec. I can look at these homes and then I can decide if I want to add them to if I want to add them to my comp. So it puts like a check mark. They change this up so often. I can put a check mark and say, yep, put these in my comps on this house. I don't want to go over to that neighborhood. That one's pending, so that's great. So let's say I want to put those in there. Then all of a sudden I've got homes in a CMA for them and I can come up with what I think their value might be based on that. 274, so somewhere in that 250 to 300,000. So when I go to look at their home, this gives me a little bit of a framework, but also in my conversation with them, I could say, you know, I'm looking on my app, which is like Zillow, but it's a realtor resource. And I'm coming up with somewhere in that 250 to 300,000. Why don't we set up an appointment? Let me come over and look at your house and let's come up with a more refined value for you and see what works. But the other thing is it will also give you, in some cases, depends on how much they put in here, there's the schools. So if I'm showing a house, I can tell somebody what the ratings are for the school. I see how long these people have owned this house. And I can also look up their mortgage information. So I can see how much they still owe on the property, or when they did the loan in 2011, the loan amount was 130. So in 2025, they probably only owe about $60,000 on that house. So when you go to have that conversation with them, you can ask about what they do owe on the house. You can also look at the tax records and go back in the years to see the tax stuff. So it's just a really great tool. It shows you the names that are in it. that are on the deed. You would want to find out if they've married. So again, it's just great information. And I love using some of this information when I go or when I'm on the run, pulling up a property and being able to do it. You can run the same kind of reports on your phone as well. And it'll pull those up under my profile. So that's what I love about it. I want to do another class on RPR about the artificial intelligence and how to do the information to do a video. So that may be my next thing. Do y'all have any questions while we're here? Do y'all have any questions, Toby or Meg? No?
No, thank you.
I went through it pretty quickly. Those are the basic things. And in the next couple months, I want to do, there we go. I want to do one on the AI and the marketing. But just to get started with it, I know, Meg, you were having trouble with signing in. I would check with either Bluegrass Realtors or send something to the RPR people and see if they can help with that. So you don't
Thank
have any
you.
problems. Because I
Also, I
never have any
don't
problems.
know, see, I had not set up a lot of my stuff in the profile like you just
Yeah.
showed before. So maybe if I update all of that information, hopefully it's not going to kick me out so often, is what I'm thinking as well.
Okay.
I'll give that a try. And then, yeah, you're absolutely right. They're really good when you call them, very helpful in terms of, taking care. So yeah, I'll try to update all of that information and see how that goes.
Okay. Toby, have you ever used RPR? She might just be listening. What do you use for postcards? I am currently using Wise Pelican for my postcards, and I've been really pleased with them. Um, if y'all want, I can show you my Wise Pelican postcards. But one of the things that I do is I did like I'm paying monthly for it, and I'll show you all. Mm, show y'all what I've done in the past. Um, these are some of the postcards I've done to different neighborhoods. I've done the just solds. This I did in Woods Point, which it started out with buying or selling. I can help. Call me to sell your home. And recently sold sold in your neighborhoods, and I listed 3, gave the price, gave the square footage. And these are with Wise Pelican, and I like that they're pre-branded. They already have templates. The other thing I like is I added one of my reviews. And so I've stored that in there. So I've got one of my Rate My Agent reviews in there. I put a QR code in there where they can go to my website. So one of the one I just did, scan the QR code below to get your free home valuation. That way, if they scan it, then it goes to my Remax bold trail, and then it shows up as an inquiry in my bold trail. So I like that. And there was one of my reviews in there. And then about Tyann, a lot of this stuff is pre-populated, so it just makes it super easy. I love Wise Pelican. It charges me about $300 a month. And so I try to keep what I do within that realm. So I may send out let's see, I used 364 credits to do that one. I used 342 credits there. I paid $12 after using 22. I used a lot of my credits on that one. I did that fallback. So, I mean, I just send these out to different neighborhoods, and when I've done that, if you go into Canva, some of the, where's Canva? That's somebody else's. Let's see. If you go into my Canva, I have also done, postcards in Canva that I created, and see if I can find one for you. So, when I created it, I got some information about the neighborhood, and I don't think I ever mailed this one because that's got Clay's Crossing. But I'll do something like this. I get these from KV Core, where you can, it's also actually on our, if you go to your website and go to the communities that you serve, then go into the neighborhoods, you can get these stats. And I copy them and paste them on a postcard. So I've done that. So I don't know if that answers your questions about my postcards. Where's my Zoom? All right. Can y'all hear me? I was going to end it. Are y'all still there? Y'all are still there. I was trying to get back to my other screen. Yes, but would love to learn more. Okay. Could you hear me? Toby? Okay. I sent that to her. All right, Meg. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I appreciate your
I
time.
hope I answered y'all's questions. I couldn't get back to the screen, so I felt bad. I was like, where'd they go? Where'd they go?
Thank you so much.
But anyway, hope that helped. Okay.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.